Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Wanted to make an update on this 6-gallon Edge Iwagumi Aquascape. This has been set up for a week and we're having the normal growing pains of a new Aquascape tank. And just wanted to, but we're also having some good growth out of it and just wanted to share that. Um, and explain some of the maintenance and some of the growing pains that we're having with this tank. But yeah, also want to talk about fish choice. I have the fish that two of the fish that we're looking at and getting for this tank, and one of them would be the Chile Rosbora. Get about 10, 12 of these guys. Very, very beautiful nano fish. They stay under an inch, and they have beautiful bright red coloration against that kind of black, almost kind of blue and some light spot and tail right there. Very, very pretty fish, and you can do a lot of them in this size tank. About 10 or 12 of them would be a good number. They don't school very well. They would have, once they get their comforts, just like a lot of other schooling fish or shoaling fish, they would start to do their own thing, but I think their coloration would contrast well with these green plants. So they'd be a nice option. My next choice would be the Hengeli Rosbora. These are also known as lamb chop Rosbora, along with the SBA being known as lamb chop Rosbora. But these guys are a little bit smaller, and they're a lot. They stay maybe at the biggest a little over an inch, like an inch and a quarter maybe. They are not as orange as an SBA or Harlequin Rosbora, but because they stay smaller, I can actually do them in here. I wouldn't feel comfortable putting SBAs in here too active, get a bit too big, but maybe about 8 or 9 of these Hengeli Rosboras would look great in here, particularly I think with the Dragonstone. That contrast would look super, super nice. But yeah, those are a couple of the fish that I've been looking at. I'm going to get both, I think, and put some in another tank just to have them. They're both very pretty, gorgeous fish that are very exciting to watch. But until then, we have some working out to do with this tank and letting it run and cleaning it all up. So let's look at this tank real quick. What we've got going on. So here is the tank after 1 week. I've done like 4 water changes on this. It's been a little over a week, about 10 days, but I've done 4 water changes on this every other day. I take out 50% of the water, fill it back up. It evaporates really quickly. You can see the water line here. I just filled it up the other day, or water changed the other day. But here is how everything is looking now. You can see this Monte Carlo is growing. A little bit of, or not a little bit, lots of algae. That's to be expected. This diatom algae, and this is dying off right here. This is new, still kind of growing, and in the back it's kind of down this path. It's also kind of dying off. But it's a lot of this like diatom hair algae. It's interesting. I guess that's what you'd call it. And the S. repens is growing down. Not quite what I wanted, but it's the same reason I have this. It's a new tank, and I'm putting a lot of light on there, and so that's why it's growing down. It's getting too much light, so it's going to grow. Instead of up, it's going to grow out and spread vertically. You can see on this particular piece the roots of it growing down, and then a little new sprout. See right there, and then there's a new sprout right there. I bet you behind this rock there's another new sprout. So it's gonna grow down, not like I want it. I don't want it to do that, so we'll have to adjust that. This one is already doing it. This one's doing the same thing. There's one more already growing into it, but that's okay. We'll adjust it and go from there. But this mini hair grass is getting fuller already. I'm very excited about that. The Monte Carlo is getting fuller. It just takes normal time. The pink crypts are getting new leaves. I trimmed off the old immersed leaves. Not all of them, but some of them. And you can see I've got this film on the top. This filter is very lousy, so I ordered another filter. We'll see a video on that whenever it arrives and we can do an unboxing, but this filter is going to go in the betta tank, I've decided, so it can get a little bit more water movement in there. We'll have to see how it does, though, with the red root floater that's in there. But the Liliopsis brasiliensis is, this side I planted a little bit less, but this side I planted a lot, and it's kind of yellow. So I do dose just regular flourish. I don't add any, and a little bit of iron for the red, but I will probably need to add more nitrogen, I think, because that is a bit too yellow on the Liliopsis right there. And also these crypts are a little bit more yellow. The one thing that hasn't changed much is this giant hair grass back there, and I apologize for the film, like I said, but we'll go from this angle. Is that hair grass? I don't know what it's doing. It's not really spreading, it's not really dying. Some of it has died off normally, but some of it has stayed. Just remained the same throughout the past week, so I don't know what's going on with that, but it's interesting. Here's my CO2 diffuser. It gets this slimy stuff on it. It looks like the kind of stuff that gets on spider wood in a new setup, and that's interesting. But yeah, I pretty much dipped that in bleach and water for about 10 minutes, and then it comes back the next day. So I'm going to do that. And that definitely gives it a better CO2 output. But I'm going to clean off the plants and the rocks with this with a brush, and wipe down the glass and get it all clean. I won't record that, so we'll just do after it. And show, we'll just do it now, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. So I wanted to show how cleaning this works is your diffuser. This is just a little cup I filled maybe about to this line right here with bleach, and then the rest was just regular tap water, and I'm letting it sit. I have a timer going for about 10 minutes, let it sit in there, but keep the CO2 running so nothing gets back into the diffuser and ruins it. Just George Farmer put that in the video, and after this we're gonna let it sit in a normal cup of water with prime in it to get rid of any of that chlorine and that bleach left over. So the light we're running on this system is a Twin Star C series version 3, I believe it is, so it's less powerful than the E series that we have running on the Fluval spec over there. But it's an RGB light. It's still very bright, and it's got 15 settings on it. It just dim it pretty much if it gets too powerful, where you can dim it. I run it at 100% for like 8 hours a day, and so that's where this diatom algae is growing from. I think this diatom's right here. So what we're probably gonna do, I think I'll try it on like maybe the 8th or 10th setting. See how bright it is, and go from there. Also, cleaning this CO2 diffuser will help balance out as well. Um, but yeah, that's one solution on here, to help kind of get rid of that algae, as well as adding as well as adding some otocinclus or something along that. So yeah, but I mean, I can't wait for this to grow in. It looks very nice already. Just imagining the full carpet is gonna look pretty dope. So hopefully the hard work in this pays off. But yeah, just about done cleaning this CO2 diffuser. So we cleaned it up some, and it looks a little bit better. Some of that diatom algae is gone, but not all of it's gone. It'll be quite difficult to get it all while the plants haven't really rooted in yet. Stratum is just such a light soil that it prevents stuff. If you get too close or you get too aggressive with a plant, then it just comes right out, and it takes time for these plants to root in. The hair grass, one of these giant hair grass pieces, they have all rooted. Interesting enough, I believe they've all rooted at least, but one of them accidentally got pulled out, and just a whole clump of stratum came with it. So that's annoying, because it just lets us know that you need more time for these plants to really root in, so we can do a bit better at cleaning it. But I think everything has rooted in, except for the Monte Carlo. Everything is rooted in fairly nicely. It's just going to come up in clumps with the stratum if they get knocked around. Give it another week or so, and we will probably add some otocinclus catfish to help get rid of these. Maybe like 2 or 3 of them, and potentially a mono shrimp. But I think just the otos will help take care of this diatom algae for now, and then we can start looking at the shrimp and the snails. And yeah, but it looks a little bit better right now. I don't know if you can really tell, but still cleaning the CO2 diffuser just to get that CO2. Here's my drop checker here. Clean this off as well, so we'll put that back in. But either way, it's gonna do it for this video. Don't want to make it too long, but it's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching and sticking around for this journey. Stay tuned for some more videos. Have a good day.